FIFA 19 career mode, and as you can see, to start with, we've got the draw in for the Europa League round of 32, and we play Rosenborg away, and that will be played in February. Of course, in the last episode, we come off the back of a poor defeat there against Tottenham, which really was a real setback, but it's still a long way to go yet in the season, and anything can still happen. Yes, we've lost the Spurs today, but it's not the end of the world. We go into the Christmas period now, knowing that if we can get we can get results against Arsenal and results as well over Christmas. I don't know who we're playing next up as well in that period, but we know we're playing Everton as well. So we're away at Arsenal first game, and then at home to Everton, I think, in the second game. We'll double check that for you. Yeah, away at Arsenal, and yes, home to Everton. So, yeah, some good games coming up there. Let's get ourselves down to the Emirates Stadium, where we need to bounce back from a very, very poor defeat just down the road from at Tottenham. So let's see how we get on as we take on Arsenal. Welcome along to the Emirates Stadium. Two sides that really epitomise the hallmark of football. Umar Emery's Arsenal are the home team, and John Stutty's Burnley, who have been a revelation at the top of the Premier League. Well, here they are now, battling to get in there, battling to win the league title. As Leno begins in goal for Arsenal, Bellerin, Koscielny, Mustafi and Escuado at the back, Guendouzi and Arnold, the two holding midfielders, Maitland-Niles, Mkhitaryan and Bramall, and Alexander Lacazette gets the boat up front in favour of Aubameyang, who drops to the bench. Burnley, who obviously have a very settled team, who are going really well despite that defeat at Spurs last week. They line up with Joe Hart in goal, Danilo, Tarkowski, Mee and Shaw, Goodmanson, Cork, Hughes and Brady in the midfield, and Balotelli and Barnes. A straight 4-4-2 that served them so well, and in reserve if they need the extra firepower. Emmanuel Dennis will be amongst the substitutes that could propel Burnley to greater things here. They had a blip last week against Spurs across North London. They're back in the vicinity, this time at the Emirates, and we're all set to go. Arsenal in the red and white, Burnley in the old dark strip, and Arsenal get us away. Attacking the goal to our right. Guendouzi loses the ball and gets the ball back again. Lacazette, Bellerin, cut out there, and now a chance for Hughes. Arnold, Bramall, Escuado, back in field to Bramall again. Good start this from Arsenal. Arnold to Bellerin, and the ball just goes into the goalkeeper's path, and then Lacazette was fouling the opposition there, and I think the referee might have a word with Alexander Lacazette. In fact, he's booked him. He's booked Lacazette. Must have been for a foul on Joe Hart, or being a little bit heavy-handed with the Burnley goalkeeper. That's why he was booked. 8 minutes gone in the first half here at the Emirates Stadium. Guendouzi takes the ball forward. Now Lacazette gets it back. Guendouzi again. Mkhitaryan. Lovely football, and Arnold with the shot in the end, going over the top. Good move again from Arsenal, and Burnley a little bit at 6s and 7s here in defence. Here comes the free kick by Hughes. Little chip in there, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. There's Brady of all people with the header, trying to flick it on there towards Mario Balotelli. Well, we had just over 28.5 minutes so far of the first half, and it's still 0-0 here. Here's Bramall, and he's got away from his man. This could be problems. He's got Lacazette in the centre, and a goal for Maitland-Niles. Arsenal going front. Burnley didn't defend well. It all came from when a free kick went badly wrong for Burnley at the other end. Arsenal took the kick very quickly through their keeper. The ball was worked down the left-hand side, and Bramall with the simplest of finishes past Joe Hart. And after half an hour, Maitland-Niles makes it 1-0. Well, we're into the last 3 minutes here. I should also explain, as Arsenal come forward, and I'll explain now, that it was Maitland-Niles who got the goal. It was his first goal of the season, incidentally, and it was Bramall who put the cross in, and that's what I meant to say when summing up on the replay of the goal. And now Balotelli could equalise. He's 1-1 with Leno. Oh, he's hit the outside of the post, and it's bounced away and behind for a goal kick. Well, that should have been the equaliser. It should have been 1-1. He hit the outside of the post, and somehow or other the ball just bounced away. We've got a player down in the centre circle, as you can see, and that's Lacazette. And that's a real problem now for Arsenal. And it looks as if they're going to have to be forced into a substitution, I'm afraid. It is bad news for Umar Emery, and it happened in a collision there with Tarkowski. Now we're both battling for the ball, and looks like Aubameyang is come on. We'll get that confirmed now. So Lacazette is on, and Burnley get the ball back to Leno. And there goes the half-time whistle. So problems upon problems for Burnley, but Arsenal have had a man substituted, and that was through injury. That was Lacazette. The goal after 31 minutes by Ainsley Maitland-Niles really puts Burnley up against it now for the second half. It's Arsenal 1, Burnley 0 at half-time. So there we go in again in the second half. No changes, only the one enforced just before half-time. A like-for-like substitution. Aubameyang is on now to replace the stricken Lacazette here as Hughes comes forward. His shot was deflected. Nescaro gets it away, and now Arnold to Lauren Koscielny. Bellerin giving away now. Big chance here for Goodmanson. And Goodmanson still trying to get away from his man. The ball across, and Arsenal made an almost a terrible comedy of errors then, what almost led to a calamitous goal, but it still remains 1-0. And they've got to travel to the Amex just after Christmas as well. Burnley, the leaders, looking to avoid a second successive defeat. They lost, of course, to Tottenham a week ago. Now they're on the ropes here, but here's Brady. Oh, what a goal! Robbie Brady with an absolute peach. It's 1-1. And here it is now. It seemed to go through Leno and into the back of the net, but he hit it with such ferocity, Brady. It was unbelievable. 57 minutes gone, and that's his 4th goal of the season in the league. Penny for that man's force, Umar Emery. And they're making a change straight away. Mkhitaryan off, and the German Mesut Ozil takes his place. 1-1. And a scintillating game now is definitely in progress here. Aubameyang to Ozil, the two substitutes now combining Maitland-Niles. Ozil to Maitland-Niles. Bramall! In the end, he pulled his shot wide. Didn't really catch hold of it there, the young Bramall, number 39. And in the end, scuffed the shot about, well, 5 yards wide of the target in the end. And Joe Hart with the kick. 1-1. Little flick on by Barnes, and look at that! Goodmanson with a chance, and he takes it! Road 1 at its very best. Hart, a couple of flicks, the ball through, Goodmanson in, 2 touches, bang in the net. Burnley back in front for the first time. 2 headers That's very vitally there, and a wonderful through header into Gudmundsson's path. And what a finish that is. Went past Leno before he even dived. Really good. We're one goal and it's very best. 7 in the league for Gudmundsson, and Burnley take the lead for the first time. Arsenal now looking to break, looking for an equaliser, but this is Gudmundsson. Only one goal to his name. He might have an assist because he put Balotelli in the clear, and he scored. Chips it with simplest of ease over Leno's hand, and Arsenal are 3-1 down. What about that for a cool finish from the mercurial Italian? Chips it over the keeper confidently with his right foot, and that should, with 22 minutes to spare, give Burnley all 3 points. It's his 11th league goal of the season, and in the meantime Valverde will replace Hughes in the centre of midfield. This is Brady, and this is Balotelli. He's onside. Oh, he's pulled it wide. And Burnley looking to finish with a real flourish now inside this final 20 minutes. Socrates replaces Mustafi. The remainder of this second half. Leno decides to go short. Socrates gets his first touch. Koscielny from Bellerin's header. Maitland-Niles, whose goal looked as if it was deciding it for Burnley, or against Burnley. Balotelli finds Gudmundsson. Gets it onto that left foot. Oh, what a beauty! Oh, that has rounded it off in some style now. What a way to ice the cherry on the cake. Arsenal 1, Burnley 4. 14 minutes to go of the game, plus stoppage time, and what a way to wrap the match up. Left foot, deadly accurate. Goalkeeper hasn't a price at this stage of the game, and Burnley are running riot here at the Emirates. 8 goals this season for Gudmundsson, and Burnley now stretch their lead to 4-1 as Tarkowski comes off and Ben Gibson takes his place. Well, we're into the last knockings here. Here's Bramall. Still Bramall. Pulled back across. Arnold. Good save. Well, Joe Hart just had to jump on the ball away to his left, and he did that expertly. Now Balotelli, they're looking to finish with a real flourish. Barnes trying an audacious 30-yard shot, which deflects wide for a corner. My word, Burnley looked a well beaten side in the first half, but in the second half they cut loose and have absolutely taken Arsenal to the cleaners here. Lennon the substitute with the corner. Chance here for Brady. Oh, fisted away by the keeper, who palmed it out. We're now halfway through the 4 minutes. Not long to go now. Arnold to Ozil, back to Arnold again, and there goes the whistle. What a performance that was from Burnley. Certainly in the second half they looked out of it at 1-0, but then came back very strongly. 2 for Gudmundsson, 1 for Robbie Brady, who got the equaliser, and then Balotelli got the other one to make it 3-1. A great performance by Burnley. Maitland-Niles with Arsenal's reply. And Burnley have gone to North London and this time have won it. Final score here at the Emirates, and a real famous victory. Arsenal 1, Burnley. Well, there's the top of the Premier League table as things stand. 43 points we are now. Everybody's played 18 games. Burnley top on 43, 4 points ahead of Spurs, so 39. Then come Liverpool with 39, Leicester with 34, Everton, West Ham, Bournemouth and Man City completing the top 8, Watford and Chelsea completing the top 10. At the wrong end of the table, this is where it gets interesting. Southampton, Manchester United are starting to move away, so too are Arsenal, although they're still down in 16th place. But it's 3 points now between 17th place Fulham and the bottom 3 that include Huddersfield with 12 points, Crystal Palace with 10, and Cardiff City still in single figures on 8 points. So this It could be a long old season for Cardiff, quite frankly. But anyway, second of our final, second is the Christmas fixture between ourselves and Everton. What a way to, if we can get 6 points over the Christmas period, fantastic. So let's get over with a traditional Boxing Day encounter as we're at home to Everton. Well, here we are at Turf Moor, Burnley, coming towards the turn of the year now. 18 games played, 43 points, and a massive 4 points ahead of Spurs at this moment in time. And a win against Everton would really put the cat amongst the pigeons. They had a terrific result against Arsenal. Now can they do it again against the Evertonians, who on paper they look a good side? But this is the Burnley lineup. Joe Hart as ever in goal. Then it's Danilo, Tarkowski, me and Shaw across the back. Then in four in the midfield with Goodmanson, Cork, Hughes and Brady. And it's the same two up front. The terrible, gruesome twosome of Mario Balotelli and Ashley Barnes. It's a really good side that just picks itself, doesn't take no nonsense. And this Everton team will be prepared for it. No doubt about that. This is their lineup as follows, with Stecklenburg in goals, and then it's Wanfran, Keane, Mina and Galloway across the back, Schneiderlin and Garner Gay across the holding midfield roles, and then Walcott, Sigurdsson and Richarlison. Nias gets the nod up front, so no place in the 11 for Jordan Pickford. He starts amongst the substitutes. Well, it's a big game this for Burnley, knowing that a win would take them even further ahead, potentially, depending on if Spurs drop points or not. But it's a real opportunity for them. Burnley to get the game underway, going from right to left in claret and blue, Everton in blue, shirts themselves, and here's Danilo now for Burnley. Atmosphere absolutely white hot for this game, and here's Ashley Barnes. And he's got a good shot in, and a great save there by Stecklenburg. And then hooked away. That could have been a terrific start for the Clarets. Still might be. Brady with a shot deflected. And it will be the first quarter of the match. Here's Goodmanson with it. Tarkowski's header almost away. And Burnley on the front foot. Here's Shaw. Deflected. Force for the goalkeeper. And Everton in the early stages survive. Here's Hughes. Again, Burnley looking for the patient ball. And here's Goodmanson. A good ball in. And it comes out to Brady, who scores! Robbie Brady strikes first blow for Burnley. With just over 11 minutes gone. And the whole place has exploded into a sea of joy. Goodmanson with a lovely first time cross. It came to Brady, only half cleared by the Everton defence. And Brady with that faithful left foot does the damage. Hits it with his side of his foot, and Stecklenburg just can't get there. It's an important goal for Burnley. 12 minutes on the clock. And the number 12 gets goal number 5 of the season. And puts Burnley 1-0 into the lead. Half an hour gone. This is Schneiderlin. Now gone again. Wanfran. Oh, he's giving it away, and Cork's on his way. And so too is Ashley Barnes. Big chance here. It's Ashley Barnes for 2. Good save by Stecklenburg. And he'll come for Balotelli to draw the ball back, and then the shot wide from Barnes again. 2 chances for Barnes. One was saved, and then one was thrashed wide. Burnley playing with real swagger and confidence now, but they've given the ball away. Galloway picks the ball up. Now Mina. Galloway to Mina. Everton having a little bit of possession towards the end of this first period. Can Burnley come again? Looking for a second just on the break. No, straight away Schneiderlin intercepts. We've almost played the 2 minutes. In fact, we've played over the 2 minutes, in fact, and the referee says that's enough. And Burnley have the lead. A 12th minute goal from number 12 there, Robbie Brady, putting the league leaders well in control in this Northwest clash. Half time net at the turf. Burnley 1, Everton 0. Robbie Brady's goal, a real difference here as we go into the break. Welcome back to the turf as we get underway for the second half. No changes in personnel. Here's Barnes picking it up for Burnley. 1-0 they lead. That 12th minute goal from Robbie Brady. The difference between these two sides. Burnley, of course, going into the game 4 points ahead in the Premier League table. Here's Sigurdsson. Little flick on there towards the ass. Now Richarlison. That's a good run. And Schneiderlin with a real chance. Oh, he snatched at it. And it goes into the crowd amongst the Everton fans. Big opportunity there for Burnley. And in the end, it was hit over the bar. And a real opportunity went begging. As Burnley come forward now with Gudmundsson. Now Barnes. Barnes! Oh, he's hit the outside of the post and goes wide. Well, there's a chance each within the space of about 60 seconds. Stekelenburg was grasping at fresh air as the ball went rocketing past him, but was saved by the post. And then the ball ricocheted out of play for a goal kick. And Stekelenburg has taken that goal kick. We've had 10 minutes of the second half gone, and still action-packed as it was in the first. In the second half, here's Nias and Richarlison on the far side, the left-hand side. And Nias is making a break into the centre, and in fact Everton have yielded a corner. And I'm about to make a change. Off comes Nias, and on comes Garcia. So Marco Silva rigging the changes. And Burnley about to make a substitution. Off comes Will Hughes, and Valverde will take his place. So Valverde then on. Both teams have made a substitution apiece. 2-4-5 Everton players in there for Sigurdsson's corner. In towards Walcott, who heads just wide. Big opportunity there for Everton to get level. Good corner from Sigurdsson. Walcott gambled but headed wide. Keane. Just a gone again now. 25 minutes to go. Everton's still in the game, but they've lost the ball to Shaw. Valverde, good ball to Gudmundsson, and Balotelli has timed his run perfectly. He's onside and has scored. Super Mario strikes again. It's 2-0. And Burnley have that insurance policy of a 2-goal cushion. Good ball by Gudmundsson, finding the mercurial Italian. And he unerringly side-footed it with his right foot, competently and confidently past a helpless Martin Stekelenburg. And that puts Burnley well in control of this game. 68 gone, and that's his 12th goal of the season. And Burnley are rampant now as we go to the final 4 minutes. No penalty, but it's a corner. Ben Gibson about to come on for Burnley to replace the Mr. Reliable James Tarkowski. But it has been no doubt a remarkable match as the corner comes in and the header is over. It's that man Balotelli in there looking for his 15th goal this season in the league. Already claimed his 14th this afternoon. Almost got him in goal number 15. Go away to Mina. We've now played in 90 minutes. And just 4 more minutes. That's all that's left. Barnes. Oh, and that wasn't the best ball he's played, Ashley Barnes, that time. Everton made it difficult in the opening stages of the second half, but then when Burnley hit the second goal, it was game over really in a nutshell. And there is the final whistle. As I say, game over. The game is well and truly over now, quite literally, but a great 3 points for the league leaders who take the spoils. 12-minute goal from Robbie Brady set them on their way, and then in the 68th minute the mercurial Mario Balotelli doubled Burnley's lead, and that's the way it stayed right until the final whistle. A dominant performance from the Clarets, who dominate still the Premier League and stay top. Final score at Turf Moor, Burnley 2, Everton top of the league. Well, it can't get much better than that, can it? Burnley top of the league. And if you're wondering what the music's playing, it's the actual theme to the Fry's Turkish Delight advert. So it might be a familiar theme to you. So I thought we'd play a bit of music just to complement my voiceover at the end there. Burnley top though. 19 games played, 46 points. We're 3 points ahead of Spurs. This is turning into a fantastic title race, and Spurs 3 points behind. Well, we've got some games coming up. Next episode, we've got West Ham at home, Huddersfield away. It's going to be absolutely superb. Honestly, I think it's going to be a dramatic second half of the season. So, as I say, West Ham home at Turf Moor for and then in the new year, on New Year's Day in fact, Huddersfield away. Thank you very much for watching. From me, JB, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and you can also ring the bell for the obviously to remind you when the videos come up as well. So I'll be back with that next episode very, very soon. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.